Coming at you from the Steel City, you're listening to Poor Man's Podcast, Pittsburgh's premier comedy podcast. Your weekly dose of humor, hosted by Chris Hopper, and with a new special guest each week. And here's your host, Chris Hopper. Woo! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Poor Man's Podcast. I was waiting for the woos, Cheech. I feel like they were a little delayed, man.
My bad, dude.
I hold you to a higher standard, but you know what? You had a week off, so you're a little rusty. I am Chris Hopper. We are here at 565 Live in Bellevue. Stop down Thursdays for open mic comedy. Friday, Saturday, there's music here. With me, as always, is the beautiful, is the reliable, is the wonderful Shaylee Baby.
Hi, Chris.
Shay, oh no. How are you doing this week?
He's a whole piece of shit.
He is, man. Shay, regardless of what Cheech plays in the background, I am excited to see you here. Look at that lipstick this week, man.
I know. I just see you guys.
She's looking good.
It's an entire reason to watch the video on YouTube and Facebook, man.
I did it for you guys.
Yeah, every Monday, watch it stream live on YouTube, Facebook, between 6 and 7:15-ish, whenever we, get around to it. But that other voice, we have producer Cheech behind the boards. Cheech, how are you doing this evening?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
It's been a week. We haven't seen you for a week.
Yeah, it's been a...
You all moved in.
Yeah.
Cheech has been moving for the last
Finally
week.
settled, man. I got my dog and everything. That's it.
It's a whole country song.
Moving is the worst thing ever.
It was horrible. It was the worst day of my life.
Cheech, we'll talk more about that in 1 second, but I want to talk about our guests tonight. We have a great show. I'm super excited for both of our guests tonight. We have the returning guest, Aarik Nesby, friend of the show. And we have Ronnie Fleming for the first time, who I'm very excited to talk to. I've seen Ronnie at a couple open mics down at 565. I've seen him at Willow Station when I was doing my mics. And he just recorded something in New York, an hour or what?
Yeah, like about, we were saying it's an hour, but it's probably closer to 52 minutes.
Yeah.
You recorded comedy for that long?
I did, yeah.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
From the things that we've heard from other people, 3 minutes is long enough.
Yeah.
So I can imagine.
Shay, that's what you tell all the guys, man. It's just so they feel good about themselves, man.
Whenever they say it, I promise it's not true. It's not ever long enough. Hell yeah.
Shay. But we're here. You've been so excited for Aarik to come back in.
I know.
Aarik came on for the first time right before Matt Light's Ugly Sweater Party with Mike Zidell, Natalie Muzz. We were just looking at a clip from that earlier. But Aarik came on my birthday, but you have been so excited to see him since.
Look at that.
Why?
See? I did.
Bro,
I was excited for you to be here.
I appreciate
Then he got here late and he blamed on traffic. It's like a whole scenario. It's like
It's
a whole situation.
I don't know that he got here late,
I was
Shay.
trying to get an opportunity. I had an opportunity to get a check. I slid up the phone.
I told him if he would have been sent a text and was like, listen, I'm about to get a check, nobody would have questioned it. The next thing we know, he's on the news. 2 people hit a guy who was just trying to walk to his grandma's house.
Yeah.
And he just came slithering out at the bottom of the car.
And I'm telling him how I got emotional distress, my mental
Yeah.
fucked up.
I would have appreciated that.
He's in a neck brace for some reason.
Come
There you
on,
go.
man. Come on.
It's the emotional
Tendonitis,
part.
his elbow?
That's the part, man. You'll never be whole again, Aarik. Make sure they know that. Compensation will make you whole again. But until that, you got to call up Shenderovich and Fishman. I don't know if you've heard, but they get you 25% where the other guys will get you 40%, man. Regardless, if it goes to the Supreme Court, Aarik, it's 25%, man.
That sounds like
They're not a sponsor, but you know what? Maybe one day they will be. But I am so excited. Shay, not Shay. Cheech, hit the rundown, please.
Not me.
Hit the rundown bell. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have sound effects on this show.
Fuck yeah.
We have the rundown. We have opening thoughts. We're joined, as I said, Ronnie Fleming and Aarik Nesby. I'm so excited to talk to both of them. We have Beers of the Week, as we do every week. We'll talk about that shortly. And we will rank them based on our Guy Fieri flavor Richter scale. I believe that's what we call it now. We have stuff to do in Pittsburgh, who has a bunch of good events. And the events that they don't even talk about on here, we're going to talk about because there's an OWL one and there's Berg Bus. And I'm excited to talk to Aarik a little bit about Berg Bus. with your experience with that. You've done that, right?
Hell yeah, I love Berg Bus.
Okay,
Shout
yeah.
out to everybody who came on Berg Bus. Shout out to Berg Bus.
They followed me on Instagram recently.
Oh,
I was
yeah?
like-
They just followed me too.
I was like, oh shit,
yesterday
am
or
I
something.
am I somebody?
Yeah.
You're Shaylee Baby,
Am I
man.
somebody?
That's
They
crazy.
followed me.
That's crazy because I just followed them on Instagram.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Look at you,
So
Shay.
did they follow you back?
No, they blocked
They don't
me.
follow.
It's weird when they follow me. They said, "Do you know Ronnie?" And I was like, "You mean Ronnie Fleming?" They were like, "Fuck him."
I don't really
Yeah.
understand.
I was like, "All right, Nick, my bad, man. I'm sorry for even bringing it up."
Honestly, it's so weird. The fact that like I seen like Berg Bus follows you, I was like, I gotta go on Berg Bus. Like automatically, that's the first thing I thought of. Like I need to do it now.
But we'll definitely talk about that when we do the stuff to do in Pittsburgh part,
Yeah.
because Liz has a nice picture on there. What else do we have? We have next week. We have Dave Stewart and we have Chris Nakis. Do you know him, Ronnie?
I do, yeah. He just did a show I was on Saturday.
Oh, wait, you were on it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. Okay, I didn't know that.
What do you mean? Why?
Because he's coming on next week, so I was just wondering.
Oh, yeah. No.
And I said, "Do you know him?" And you were like, "Yeah, I just did a show with him this weekend."
Oh, yeah. I've known him for a little bit, but he was on one of my Don't Tell shows, which Aarik has been on. Aarik was on the first one, so.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Shout
ask
out-
about
shout out
that.
to Don't Tell, man.
Yeah.
That shit was fun.
So, Ronnie, are you in charge of that, or how's that? going?
Yeah, I run the shows, so I find the venues and stuff, and I put the shows on as well.
That's awesome because I've been following that and I saw a couple different things and I saw one this past weekend. I think Chris Scriva posted something
Reva
about
was
it.
on it, Joey Purse, Sam Bentley, Chrissy Costa, and Nakis was on as well. Yeah,
Oh, no kidding. Okay. Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming on next week. Like I said, we have Dave Stewart. We had Chrissy Costa on a couple
I
weeks
like her.
ago.
Yeah, her
Chrissy
show
was
good.
awesome. I like
Yeah.
Chrissy a lot.
I like her.
Jeff is wait, who else did you say was on it?
Joey Purse.
Joey Purse. Joey Purse came on a couple times.
He came to our
And
live
I've
show
been
in
trying to get
Place.
Sam Bentley on for a while. I really want to get her on, so hopefully we can get her on.
Oh, a lot of people bring her up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be a good one.
That's what Chrissy was talking about. I think Chrissy does a lot of the Berg Bus shows with Sam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to definitely try to get her on. We were talking about both of them. Cheech, I definitely want to talk about Grant from Lincoln Avenue Brewery on October 22nd, I believe from noon beyond. Grant from Lincoln Avenue Brewery. There's going to be a little fundraiser for him. He had like a severe heart attack or whatever. We had him on for the Lincoln Avenue Brewery from the Rhythm and Brews Fest from right across the street in Bellevue. So on October 22nd, there's going to be a fundraiser for him. There's going to be music. There's going to be breweries pouring. There's going to be a silent auction 50-50. And I definitely have to shout out to Jeremy Tiroff. He's been running this, but he's run a lot of stuff in Bellevue. Like, he's a legit guy. I don't know that he gets his due. So shout out to Jeremy for being in charge of this, being in charge of a lot of the stuff in Bellevue. Anyone in this area, you know, I feel like they owe a little bit to him. He's done a great
He's
job.
good guy. Mhm.
For sure. I have Eric McKenna's show. Listen to him. I'm going to be on Wednesday, I believe. So definitely check out for that. Let's take
Beers of the week.
you want to get into beers? We all have beers. Because I have Crows written here. But I don't want to get into my... actually, on there, because we have Grant on the bottom. If you're watching this on YouTube and Facebook, which you should. We have Grant there. Then we have stuff to do in Pittsburgh, which we're going to talk about. And then I have some Crow talk. Some interesting Crow talk. I'm interested to get Ronnie and Eric's perspective on Crows. Because I feel like Crows are the way of the future, man. And like I've been paying attention to certain things. Dude, Crows are intelligent as shit,
Well, birds
man.
aren't real. If you didn't know.
Yeah.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real, man. They're all government drones.
There you
Is that what we're going with?
God.
Shay, let's get into beers of the week because I want you
I'll go
to.
first. It's fine.
Yeah, I want you to go first because then Ronnie and Eric will get a chance to look up on the screen and see how we rank the beers. But Shay, your beer this week, you want to tell everybody about it?
Yeah, it's from Springhouse. It's called Brains with a couple A's and a couple I's. It is 8.5%. The can itself looks super good. It's a pumpkin ale. I actually think it's absolutely delicious. It has like the beer taste and the pumpkin taste, and it's very even. And it's like the beer is like super subtle, but it's not too sweet.
Does it have the ABV on that? I didn't write them all down, which I should have.
8.5.
Oh, no shit.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty good then.
It does not taste like it. Like, it's super good. This is a really, really good beer. I'm excited for this one. It'll go down pretty quickly. So
Springhouse Brewing
I like
is
it.
one of the newer ones. I don't think we've ever done a
I
show
don't think we've ever
or
had
done
a beer
from
from
them. No.
it's good.
And the one that Eric has tonight is the first time we've done a beer from them too. Cheech,
really like it.
when are you done? I didn't mean that to sound like a dick. Shay, are you fucking done, man? Wrap this the fuck up,
You
man.
better go to the next, because I can just keep going.
Cheech, it's your turn, man. Shay's done pontificating.
I'll open the floor for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, please.
Go
I
ahead.
have
Cheech, you have the talking
I have
pillow.
Smallman. Thank you. I have Smallman from Cinderlands. It's 6.5%. It's a hazy, and I've had this a lot of times. It's fucking fantastic.
Who's it from?
Cinderlands.
You said you have this on tap, right?
Yeah, we
You've
have
had
it
this on tap.
at the restaurant I work at. We have this on tap right now. It's it's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you know that when you got it
literally
from?
added 5.
I didn't know when I got it from him.
Yeah,
I know what Cheech likes. I know what you like roughly. And then
Yes.
I messaged Ronnie and Aarik. And I was like, you guys like beers? And then they said, yeah. And Ronnie gave me a kind of idea. And I was like, I bet he would probably like this. And then I tried to get an idea for Aarik. I hope they both do. You know what, Aarik? We're going to go with you next.
I just want to point it out before he starts that I asked him to try mine. He thinks it tastes like ass.
Like actual ass or just doesn't taste good?
She said, "Eric, taste this," and I was like, "What is this?" She's like, it's my beer that I got." I'm like, "Okay, so I taste it." She's like, "Do you like it?" I'm like, "No, it tastes like shit."
Well, there you go.
What did it taste like to you? Did you get any pumpkin taste?
Is that what it is, pumpkin?
Oh, you tasted hers. Okay.
I'm not a big
Yeah,
beer
he
person.
tasted mine.
I'm not a big beer person, so like this and then a Corona, and that pumpkin shit.
So it was too flavory for you.
Yeah, it was too much. It was too much going on. It was
Too much pumpkin
So that's
spice.
good. That's good to know
it was
though.
like
Like two
cold
different
pumpkin
perspectives.
piss. That's what. That's what.
He's
it tastes
online. That's a good explanation. But to me, that's
What's the
good.
difference between pumpkin juice and pumpkin piss? Because I feel like it's the
Pumpkin
same, but
piss is
pumpkin
filtered.
piss.
Filtered through your
Pumpkin
kidneys.
piss is
right?
filtered. Ronnie knows.
Yeah.
It's filtered.
Okay, yeah. No, I
It's
should have known
filtered
about
through
it.
the pumpkin at this
Yeah,
point.
they're the gourd bladder.
Pumpkin juice just came like straight right out. That's it.
That's why I asked,
Pumpkin
Jay. I don't
piss.
know.
Filtered through the pumpkin.
I'm ignorant to the entire piss
I
thing.
prefer pumpkin piss.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Well, we'll rate that. But Aarik, yours is Unnatural Forces from Old Thunder Brewing. What do you think of your beer versus Shay's?
Yeah, versus mine.
Oh,
Perfect. I told you it has like a little piney taste, which is cool. Like if you took a bunch of pine cones and like mushed them up into a beer and had some weed and shit, just crumbled it all up. Put it in
Okay.
that. This is what it tastes like.
it's probably West Coast if it tastes like a bunch of pineapple,
Like it's
pine
real,
cones.
it's real earthy.
Yeah,
piney.
yeah.
You know, that's the kind of.
When's the
vibe right
best time to drink that?
there. What's the best time to drink this?
When it's
Personally,
cold?
Never, but if
Alright.
I had a choice, hell yeah, cold. Don't drink this shit warm. Fuck.
No, I mean when it's cold.
When it's cold?
Is that like a cold beer or is that like whenever it's like warm out?
Nah. This is a beer for any time. I mean, prefer.
Oh, there you go.
Like if you're going fishing, you got a boat, but this is the beer that you bring for yourself. You don't share it with people.
Aarik, if you had the Old
like that.
Thunder, if you had the sponsorship, how would you describe the beer?
Old Thunder.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're sponsoring them right now.
Right
Okay?
now, you're
getting
doing.
a check for it.
We're working on it right now. We're gonna try to get you a sponsorship by the end of the show.
Give us a commercial for it right now. Look at the camera.
Old Thunder. It got that nice earthy taste where you could be outside camping with your kids. And you get that nice piney taste, earthy taste, man. It's that love in this beer, man, and it's homemade.
Oh, there you go.
Pittsburgh. It's made with love.
Made with
And
love.
you get Thor's axe.
There you go.
That
Hammer,
old-
but whatever. Yeah.
All I wanted to do was
Old
take
hammer.
my socks and shoes off and just stand in the dirt. Like earthy made me feel like I wanted to be a part of the earth.
Yeah.
Earthy
Drink that.
always sounds just like dirt.
Yeah, I just want to take my socks and shoes off, stand in the dirt, and drink that beer.
Unnatural forces. Nah, this definitely might be what Thor and them drank. What's this thing called? What the hell is he called? I don't know. Whatever type of god he is.
Nordic.
He's a Norse guy.
Yeah.
I don't.
He's like a Viking kind.
Where's he?
Yeah,
Where's
no.
he from? What
Oh,
planet?
Or not?
No, I feel like that's when they die,
They
man.
got a certain name, but whatever their name would be.
You're exactly right, because they had to go back to that place.
It starts with an A. I forget what it's called.
Asgard.
Asgard.
There we go.
Asgardian. This
Good job,
is
Chris.
an Asgardian beer.
It's the beer of Asgard. The official beer of Asgard, man.
Asgardian beer.
He's calling it a God's beer. That's
There you go.
massive.
Aarik, if you don't get the sponsorship from Old Thunder, I'm gonna be
Wait,
I'm
look
gonna
at the
be
camera with your
disappointed.
beer and wink at it. Yes! Yes! If
Ronnie.
they don't fucking fucking have something to say about it, I'll die.
Ronnie, tell everybody about your beer. You have a Dancing Gnome beer this week.
Dancing Number?
Dancing Gnome is the brewery that made
Yeah,
it.
Dancing Gnome. This is called Lustra or Lustra. I'm not totally sure exactly the pronunciation, but this is nice. You know, this is it's an American pale ale. You drink it, and it's like it goes down smooth, and there's a nice little almost slight citrusy aftertaste to it.
Yeah.
It feels like you kind of came home from a long day of work. You put your hard hat down, and your kids are, I don't know, dead or something. You drink a beer, and you look out the window, and you're just like, this actually fucking hits smooth, you know?
It's silent because the kids are dead.
Exactly. Maybe I'm not going to get the sponsorship for the
But
kid
you
thing.
you also might, though. If I owned him, I would
More of a
sponsor that
silent
beer.
floating gnome with him.
The aftertaste of a beer is massive.
Oh, it's huge. No, but this is nice. I would drink this. I don't I don't really drink a ton of beers, but this is a nice pilsnery. But like I said, it's a pale ale. It's nice. It's it's not too heavy, and it's just kind of I'm enjoying sipping on this thing.
Yeah.
I think it's called. I would say Lustra.
It is. I
Right?
looked it up.
Just because of lust.
I'm having Lustra for life drinking this.
Yeah. Oh,
like
look at
that.
this guy.
Also,
He
look at the
popping
camera
off.
and wink right now.
What's that?
Look at the camera and wink. Lustra.
Lustra for life.
Oh, yes.
Is that good?
You know what lustra means, Shay?
Tell me.
Lustra is plural for lustrum, which is Roman, okay? And it means a 5-year span, okay? It's like a 5-year, every 5
Is he gonna
years
add
is a
5 years to
lustrum.
his life?
What it is every 5 years the Romans do a census, and then when they did it, they would sacrifice something.
Let me see the sacrifice.
It was
I want
usually
to see
animals, but I looked it up because last time we
I
looked
want-
it up and it was
Do
something
you know
ridiculous.
What would be a
But
sacrifice?
I don't know.
All right. I by myself. Nobody else here would want to be a sacrifice.
Shay, if you sacrifice yourself, I feel like that would be
Not
excellent
today.
content.
Not
20 minutes
today.
ago, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna move to sacrifice, but after I drank that beer, I'm like, ooh.
Oh, it mellowed him out.
There you go.
Mellowed beer.
Absolutely, that's the point of alcohol, man. This week I have throwback pumpkin ale from Hitchhiker.
Oh, I love Hitchhiker.
Hitchhiker's
so
the best.
much.
I don't know. I have a sound drop on there from Dustin from Hitchhiker from the thing where it's like cheers.
He was a lot of fun.
Hitchhiker was awesome, Shay.
I like Dustin. He was really cool. He was a good one. He would be fun if we had him here.
This is a nice one because a lot of the pumpkins, you either get like the cider kind of sweetness.
Is it pumpkin juice or pumpkin piss?
It's pumpkin ale, but I'd say it's more on the juice side than the piss. It's enjoyable, man. It's milder. It has a nice pumpkin spice, but it's
We're
not
gonna
like
have to trade halfway through.
okay. Yeah, I'll let you taste it. Cheech, while we're doing the beer tasting, because Ronnie and Aarik aren't familiar with how we rank the beers, I will let you begin it, and then we'll go from there so they can kind of figure out how to rank it from there.
Are you asking me to go first?
Yeah, you go first. Please.
I'm going to Flavor Town, dude.
Oh, shit!
Yeah,
What?
yeah, right off rip, dude. I've been drinking this shit for I've been at the restaurant for 5 months. I've been drinking this almost every night for 5
Oh my
months.
god.
It's fucking great.
Flavor Town, just so
Flavor
Aarik
Town.
and Ronnie know.
Yeah.
The screen will pop up soon enough, but we rank our beers based on the Guy Fieri Richter scale of flavor. It's coming up right now. It's like a what?
So Flavor
Michelin
Town's the
star.
Okay.
Like they're all good.
So
Gangster,
Gangster the worst.
Gangster's the worst.
But it's also not. It's not bad.
But it's also like you have one Michelin star. It's like, yeah, it's the lowest of Michelin stars, but you're still an incredible chef, man.
Yeah.
You probably have the Beard Award,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Cheech, what's more important, the Beard Award or Michelin star right now?
The beard.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I agree.
But neither.
You agree,
one.
Shay?
Neither.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, with the climate of food right now across the nation, it doesn't really matter if you have a star or not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most important thing?
Street food is everything right now.
Yep.
It has been
Absolutely.
for the past 5 years.
So just
that's
upscale
not-
street food, or do you mean like?
No, just fucking street food, man. You can get a fucking cheeseburger with fries, or you go to California and get
You need a
tacos,
fucking
and it's
corn dog.
it's pulled pork on corn tortillas with onion and
Is the
cilantro.
key thing to just have local ingredients and stuff and just make it
Yeah,
fresh and just make
it
the
with
best
love,
of what
man.
you have?
Yeah,
That's like-
yeah, pretty much. It's huge
The
right
fact
now.
you're serving it out of a truck, I'm gonna think it's better than any restaurant I've ever been to.
I love a food truck.
Oh, cheat, you definitely ain't lying. When I was in California,
it's for real,
it was 3 in
man.
the morning, me and my homies was half shit. We seen these, I ain't trying to sound
Like
funny,
food
but
trucks
it
and
was
shit.
Mexicans on the corner.
Yeah.
They was just selling.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Churros.
and there's
they had
there's
the burrito
there's
tacos. I said,
Yeah.
damn.
and there's
And it
certain
was cheap.
they're
Exactly.
they're just trying to
It
pay their
is
fucking
cheap.
bills, bro.
Man,
That's all they're
and
trying
guess
to
what?
do.
Man, those Mexicans made it with love, man.
Damn straight, dude.
Pablo and all them made it
Yeah.
with
There's
love.
certain
Juan.
neighborhoods that don't even
Dude,
have
when I lived in North Carolina,
He was number one.
I was looking for that. It's not there.
when I used to go out to the bars in Raleigh, we'd get fucked up. As soon as you left the club, these were clubs.
Yeah.
As soon as you left, right across the street, lined with fucking food trucks.
Yeah, barbecue.
That's the way to
trucks
do
and
it.
Shit. For
Line.
real, man.
Lined with food
If they had
trucks.
a mac and cheese Dorito truck, I would spend $1,000 on there after.
I would go to a food truck before I ever went. I would go to a food truck before I went.
This
to a
is no
Fox
joke.
truck.
This is no joke. I almost had a confrontation the other day because I thought an armored car was a food truck.
What? Wait, what?
But
I went
was
up there
it?
and I was like, Brinks, what kind of tacos do they have? And like, it was like, I walked up and then like I saw his vest and his gun and I was like, oh, let's
I'm
reevaluate.
trying to eat. It's like you're trying to eat lead.
Yeah, man. I
There's a
wouldn't.
place going to North Carolina or like somewhere in North Carolina, and I forget it. Like the name of it is like pertains to food trucks, but it's like this place where all these food trucks come together from like all over the place
wow.
and like packed together, and people just travel there to eat. It's crazy.
It's like a car show.
It's exactly right. It's like a car show, but for fucking food trucks. I'd drive there easily just for that.
Shay, now that you can see the Richter scale of what we base it on,
Yeah.
what do you rank your beer?
Oh, shut the front door. Immediately. That's what I'm going with. It's good. It's not the best one I've ever had, but it's damn fucking good. I really like it. So, shut the front door for me. I definitely would drink this one again. A couple times in a row. I
Okay.
like it.
Yeah. Did she drink his beer?
Mm-hmm.
I did, bro.
Okay, sorry. No.
Right.
He did Flavor Town.
We
I
what?
went
Oh
straight
yeah,
to
you did go
Flavor
Flavor Town. That was
idiot.
insane.
God damn it.
You idiot. I'm trying to keep up with everything.
Oh,
Eric, what do you
I'm
rank
just
your beer
joking,
based
man.
on this Richter scale?
Shut the front door.
Oh, you're going to shut the front door.
Alright.
That's a good
Okay.
one.
Hell yeah.
That is a good one, man.
Mhm.
That's almost as high as they get.
Yeah. Yeah. We've only had a couple Flavor Towns.
Ronnie, what are you going with?
I get a little higher.
I think I'm going shut the front door as well. This
Yeah.
is really nice.
Nice.
I'm enjoying this a lot.
Ronnie, based on what's your go-to beer? Say you go to a bar or drink in general. Say you go out, what's your first
If I'm
drink?
going
you
out to
order?
drink,
Yeah.
then I'm going like tequila soda or something like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Tequila soda.
Tequila soda.
You go with a lime?
Yeah, I'll go with a lime,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the way to do it.
Got to.
You got to,
You
man.
kind of have to, right?
Yeah.
But then I'll go like a Pilsner or something, but yeah, tequila soda is kind of what I'm going for these
What's
days.
your automatic shot?
Automatic shot? Tequila
Yeah.
shot.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Straight tequila.
Straight tequila.
Tequila is
Yeah.
such bad
Weird, I
news
don't
for
know.
me, man.
Yeah.
What kind of tequila?
Tequila
do you
is
drink?
super bad. news
the
for
cheapest
you.
kind.
Did you see me puke it up as I drank it that
Wait,
one night
really?
at?
What do you mean? You did it in one of my cups.
No, that was that was like jungle juice or
We
something.
were at one of our mutual friends' house because I used to live above. Like we used to live in this house that had like apartments. I used to live upstairs, and then our mutual friend lived downstairs. So it was the very first time I met Chris. I fucking hate him. He was a piece of shit.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
He
yeah,
gets
for
it.
sure.
He literally is drinking. I had these like plasticky, like pastel colored cups. They were like
Yeah.
huge for no reason. He's drinking out of it, pukes in it, and turns around and then drinks it.
No, wait, what?
So it didn't look like he was throwing up. He
I
didn't want it to seem like
I
he was puking,
drank
so
it
was like,
and then I was like, oh shit, ugh. And then I was like, let's drink this back real quick.
I
He
mean,
had to,
dude,
first of all, he had to
kinda cool.
prove something because of how bad I fucking hated him.
Huh.
You
Yeah,
was
it
not
proves
trying
that
to
he
tell
was
nobody you threw up. Man.
Exactly.
Oh no, absolutely! I'd rather drink my own puke than admit to it. Could you
I
imagine?
still had alcohol in it, I guess.
I kind of respect it, man. That's like you don't want to make a scene. I don't know. Everyone's gonna know you puked. You just gotta do it, dude.
Exactly. I mean, obviously, I didn't puke enough to like
It's an
fill
upshot, kind of.
to fill a
Wait,
pint
wait,
glass.
no.
You were
Yeah,
at
true.
somebody's house, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, but it
I
wasn't
feel
like
like you
anything
could
special.
puke into the cup
Oh,
though,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
like walk to
yeah.
the bathroom.
They'll be fine.
Right?
Trust me,
You know what I mean?
the friends
And
have
it's
to
just like flying down the toilet. Like you ain't got.
And it all happened so fast.
Like, no, but did it happen that fast? You couldn't-
Wait. But these are clear cups, so everyone knows.
No, it was blue.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
believe it.
no,
That
it's
was
like
like
plastic. Yeah, you
The
don't.
color
see
of it doesn't matter. It was not opaque. It was you couldn't see through it, man.
Clear? It
Yeah.
wasn't a clear cup?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Did
Eric
you go
asked-
home
It's just like
afterwards?
puking and go to the
No,
fucking
we didn't go
bathroom. I don't
fucking
know.
home afterwards.
That's not bad because some people doo-doo in the club and go back out and dance. So I mean that's not as bad.
That's disgusting.
You never doo-doo in the club?
Absolutely. I don't shit anywhere but my own house.
Man,
That's not true.
Sometimes when you gotta go,
You've
gotta
never
go.
shit anywhere but your own house.
I tried 98% of the time to not shit anywhere unless it's my own house. Like if I'm at a restaurant, like any public place, like I would never shit here. I would never shit at a bar. I would never shit at a restaurant. But like if I'm like one of my close friends, like Chris and I have been friends for several years. If I had to go to his house and shit, I'm gonna shit.
Hold on.
But I prefer to only shit at my house.
Is it a hygiene thing or is it why?
It's a comfort thing. It's like because like it's weird. I
No,
feel
listen,
like,
I feel you.
I
Is
feel
it
like
like
it's
do you
weird.
do you struggle to poop in public?
No. Oh, I thought you just meant struggle to poop. I was like, no.
No, I mean in public.
It's a comfort
Because
thing.
that's a comfort
though.
thing for me. I struggle
Like
to poop in
I want
public.
to sit.
I mean,
in an
I can
area-
do it, but it takes like an extra 5-10 minutes.
I want to sit in an area that I'm comfortable with, and if I want to sit on the pot for like 20 minutes, just because like I can.
Y'all
Like I don't want anybody outside my door.
I've shitted in airports where a motherfucker next to me
I
was
can't
tooting
at
it up.
airports.
Sure,
But
yeah.
guess what?
No,
I'm
yeah.
making me a nice old nest.
Oh yeah.
Using all that toilet paper.
Absolutely.
Do you think that's a guy's thing?
I mean, so if for women, if you go to a public bathroom, you have to sit down, and that's it's kind of bad. Most guys stand and piss,
Right.
but shit, as long as you make that nest. Nah.
Do you know one guy who doesn't stand and piss? Like,
Yes.
Well, so,
As a preference?
I actually do.
no, you don't.
So wait, where are we at? Because at my house, shit, if I'm just comfortable, I'm gonna just sit down. And
If you wake up at 3 in the morning,
You, bro. Fuck yeah.
The
okay,
guy
I'm
that I
glad
know-
we pre.
That's
Yeah.
right. The guy that I know said the same thing. He goes, he's like, if I'm at home, I'm gonna piss and sit. I'm
Yeah,
I'll
gonna
sit
right.
my ass down.
But if I'm at
Take
if
a
I'm
break.
at Ronnie's house or something, I'm gonna stand up and pee.
Damn
I'm gonna lift the
straight,
toilet
yes.
up. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
pee.
That's
But-
what
I feel like that's like a 3 in the morning kind of thing, though. At 2 p.m., I'm never sitting to pee.
No.
Really?
If I
No,
have to
that's
I don't think I am.
Yeah.
If he's
Fuck
home,
that.
it doesn't matter what time. It could be first thing in the morning. It could be afternoon. It could be evening. It doesn't matter.
I'm not
If
doing
he's
it.
at home, he's gonna sit and piss.
I'm
That's
not
what
doing
I'm
it because
saying.
I'm beneath it. I just feel like it's less efficient. Like I feel like I
that's
could
how-
pee and then be on my
agree.
way.
I mean,
I'm not above it. I'll piss in the sink, but like, I feel like
You'll
it's.
piss in a fridge.
Oh yeah, I did. That was the same guy's house, man.
Cool stories, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I pissed in his
Wild
fridge like.
dude, man.
I feel like.
We need to get interviewed with Chris,
And
man.
then we hit golf balls at the police station, man.
You'll piss in
That was a
kitchen
wild
sink.
night.
It doesn't matter to you.
It's a hell of a-
Well,
Never
I
mind.
mean, as a guy, I feel like most men at once in their life peed in the kitchen sink. Now I did it a handful of times before.
Yeah. a
Your
lot of
own?
times, man.
Eric, you're tall enough.
No, not your own.
No.
Chris
Wait,
can get on.
Shay,
Wait.
Shay, Eric is tall enough to piss in the sink where it's cool.
But it's not.
For me-
no,
for me,
no,
it's
hold
rough.
On, hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. I don't know him to
Let me explain
elaborate.
it though. Let me explain it though. So, the bathroom at my house was being used at the time, right? So
Okay.
I'm like, damn, man, I have to pee.
Right.
So I know at my mom's crib that that's where I was at the time, and she has two sinks, one where dishes go and one where whatever.
You pee.
Yeah.
But that's still home. It's mom's crib. It's still home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Have you pissed in somebody's sink that wasn't your house or your mom's house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
The same reason. The bathroom was
Dude, the
like,
bathroom's
But
full.
not to just like did you tell them? Did they like okay? Were they okay
So
with that?
I'm gonna make sure that I use a bunch of dish soap and I'm spray around. If there's a rag available, I'm trying to scrub the side. I'm
It's
a
sterile.
Eric, you run the water while you pee, right?
yeah.
Okay, then what's the
You just don't
problem?
pee in it, like,
Yeah, you don't pee in a little souffle
If they
cup.
have- if they
What
have
do
the
you
little
do when
handle-
you piss in someone's sink?
I run the water and I pee,
He's
man.
lying. He pissed in my fucking kitchen sink. Thought it was hilarious.
Did I?
So that's
Yes.
Damn,
I
you
pee in a
got
lot of
Chris,
places,
you
man. I
wild
peed on a
dude.
lot of people's cars, like standing on their roof.
There were several of them at my house. One pissed in my toilet, one pissed in my bathtub, and one pissed in my sink.
Okay, yeah, there were 3 people who had to pee, and
Men
there
are
was one bathroom.
disgusting.
I'm sure if women had
It's jealousy.
the penis
ability
also,
to
the
do
ability
it,
to
yeah.
pee, you could just whip your shit out and pee. But most
They
of them
take
have
advantage of it.
Yeah,
They do it already, man.
You know how difficult it would be
No,
for you to
listen,
pee in the
we're
sink?
outside. I can piss
You
anywhere
don't be
outside.
squatting behind bushes and shit.
Oh, I'm a outside
You're a
pissing crowd.
squatter. Yeah, it's all good, dude.
Outside Piss and Pros.
So what
I
you care
feel
about?
bad.
Shit,
It
you.
ain't somebody's house appliances.
No one's peeing in their like coffee maker or whatever, you know.
No.
Don't put out ideas.
I mean,
The Sumatra, man.
oh great, something put water in my coffee maker.
To get back to that, I'm going to rate my beers a shut the
Wait,
front
Ronnie,
door.
ready?
Yeah, we're all going shut the front door. I'm going to bring it back full circle just so we can get back on point a little bit. We have throwback from Pumpkin
Been
Ale.
off on piss.
His
Yeah,
talk,
man.
his talk was nice actually.
R. Kelly ranks this a shut the front door,
I've had too
man.
much shit drink so far. It's my own fault.
After the podcast, you guys want to pee together?
We can hold hands.
That's why Shay's here, man.
Whoever's on each side of me, hold me up, because I'm a squat.
Shay, we each got, yeah,
Can't get on
man.
my shoes, man. Don't get
The
on my
fucking
shoes.
splashback isn't my fault.
See, I don't want to be back to back. We was going
Alright,
home
put
with
me
wet pissy
back.
feet.
You guys will be like up here, and I'll come back a little bit. But
Man, I got
self-timer, we're taking a
flip-flops on. I
picture.
can't be any-
Yeah, for sure, man.
Self-timer, we have to take a picture.
You
But I'll
gotta-
step
yeah.
back a little bit. Splashback comes to the side, like the back.
For sure, Shay.
Poor Man's Podcast starts in OnlyFans.
Ooh! Oh,
For
wow.
pissing. For pissing.
Yeah,
first.
for shit.
I don't want that to be
Yeah,
what we're
that's a
known
whole
as,
fetish.
man. I don't want to be the pit.
Water,
The black and golden showers, man. We're
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
that's nice.
That's
Yeah.
what,
Fuck yeah.
But you didn't want to be a part of the
Yeah.
pissing.
If there's money into it, I'm all about
Black
pissing,
and
man.
gold, man. It's piss and shit podcast.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
I like that.
I just see opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's where there's dollars to be
It's
had.
about opportunity to make a little money.
Cheech, let's do the stuff to do in
Wait,
Pittsburgh.
did you rate your beer?
I won't shut the front door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's super good. It is. It's very, very good. Hitchhiker doesn't miss ever,
No.
dude. They're so good. Plus, they have like one of the most basic, like simple cans, but it's I don't know, something
It's
about
not a
it. It's
simple beer.
yeah, exactly, Shay. It's a sophisticated.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's 6.6%, but it's delicious. But let's get into the stuff to do in
Those
Pittsburgh.
women all look like they like pumpkin spice.
Oh yeah.
We'll get into that, Eric, because I saw something you posted. I'm interested. Okay,
I love
Cheech,
it.
run it, please.
I love
Hey
it.
everyone, it is Liz from Stuff to Do in Pittsburgh, and we're back again this week to give you some of the best events happening in Pittsburgh this weekend. Now, we are already officially in fall, in spooky season, so we have some great events for you to celebrate this weekend. Starting with the Hometown Homegrown at the Heinz History Center. This is going to give you a little taste of the burg. There are dozens of local food and drink vendors that will be on site to share delicious and free samples of their tastiest food and drinks. Now you can get all of this just through the Heinz History Museum admission. So pop on over this weekend and enjoy that. If you want to get a little more into spooky season, head on over to Spirit of the Strip. Now Spirit of the Strip is happening right after the Monster Pumpkin Festival. Now this Monster Pumpkin Festival is amazing. These people are so talented. They carve into these huge colossal pumpkins. You can go take pictures with them, look at them, but then after, the Spirit of the Strip after party is happening. There's going to be a DJ, local food vendors, dance the night away, all that fun stuff. Now we have a big game happening this weekend, Steelers versus Tampa Bay. Now, I think we all know where the game's going, but still, that's not an excuse to not have a good time. If you're not going in the game and you want to watch the game, head to Tailgate on the Lawn over at Hazelwood Green Plaza. They are going to be playing the game on a huge big screen. There's going to be food, there's going to be drinks. It is free and it is family friendly. We also have a ton more events in our weekend guide, so if you want info on all of these events and even more happening this weekend, head on over to our weekend guide for all the details. See you guys.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The wonderful ladies from Stuff to Do in Pittsburgh. Now, Shay, I'm going to go to you first. Shay, what of these events? We have Hometown Homegrown at the Heinz History Center. We have Spirit of the Strip at the Stacks of 3 Crossing. And then we have tailgate on the lawn, where Liz has already proclaimed that the Steelers are going to get their asses kicked.
She gave them no
I love
love.
it.
She
Yeah.
said, well, we know where the game's going. We'll have a good time. Don't get fucked up.
Yeah.
We're here.
You know, let's talk about that one first. Let's talk about the lawn.
That's the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one I was gonna.
Dude, the Hazelwood lawn from when they built that, because every month they do something different there. They did the movies there.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna have the Steelers getting slaughtered, apparently.
Wow.
Which they will. Which they will. Do you know what the spread is? I don't know. I expect you to know. Eric, do you know what the spread?
Probably like 10.
I was gonna say it's probably double digits. After the last
I
week,
have
I'm
no idea
gonna
what
take
that
Tampa
means,
Bay,
so I want
man.
23.
Tampa Bay's for sure gonna
I'm
win.
saying,
It's
did
just
everybody hear me say
defense.
23?
That's a little too high.
23 for who?
Just in
The
case.
Steelers just
23?
lost by 30 the other day.
23 is too low too high for the Steelers and too low for the Bucks.
Is 23 mean I'm going for the Steelers or going for the other team?
23 doesn't mean anything. It's just a number
You're
right
just
now.
saying
What the
23
fuck
for
is the
what?
spread?
Oh, you're saying 23 for the spread. You think Tampa Bay is going to beat the Steelers by 23?
Yeah.
Or the other way around?
Oh no, I'm going against the
Okay, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm going against the Steelers.
Good call. Well,
I'm not
ladies
gonna
and gentlemen,
say
that's why you don't bet. But no, at Hazelwood Green Plaza or whatever, they've been
Yeah.
definitely getting the most out of that. Cheech, click on, there's like the third one. It's the tailgate on the lawn. If you look at the top, there's a tab. But there's a bunch of different things. If you scroll down a little bit, there's Alderdice High School Marching Band. There's face
Oh,
painting.
Whitlock. That's the,
Yeah, no,
that's
they're-
my family's lesson.
But then there's vendors, there's barbecue, there's a bunch of different stuff down there.
Hell
There's beers and
No,
stuff.
for real.
But yeah, no, definitely check that out. Spirit of the Strip. What is,
Mama Licious food truck.
dude? There's a bunch. Click through their weekend guide because there's some extra stuff. Cheech, go back to the home thing of there. Go to the left, one over. They have the Berg Bus stuff.
Left, honey.
There you go. Al, hold your hand up. There you go. But they have the Berg Bus. Eric, can you tell us a little bit about your experience with Berg Bus? Because I texted Liz and I was like, who do you have as your tour guide? She said she had Matt Light and it was a good time. But I was wondering what your experience with Berg Bus is, Eric.
It's always been a good time, especially for Saturday nights. It's almost like you go and you know what you're going to expect.
Yeah.
You gotta have a pretty good DJ and whoever. I'm always with somebody else. The recent times I did it, I was with Samantha Bentley and
Yeah.
they were fucking great.
Yeah. Everybody says Sam is so good.
Yeah.
Especially with crowd
Sam
work
is
and
phenomenal.
stuff.
She's a beast. Yeah, she's great.
So how do you take when you do your Berg Bus tour? Like, are you what percent or like what, you know, how much do you do of like, okay, this building is this versus just let's make them laugh?
Listen, I try. So now I do it for the first 10, 15 minutes, but if they seem more interested in partying, I'm going to go get to know the people.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? Let's just all be friends on this bus.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you some shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to tell you some wild shit about me. Now, y'all might make a face, but I'm going to hear some wild shit about y'all.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're all going to be friends, and then, you know, shit.
My fear is that like nobody's gonna get as drunk as I want to be.
Well,
That's
see,
my fear.
there's
As long as you're not
there's
driving the
people
bus,
who
you're
get
good,
drunk,
Shay.
though.
Chris knows what I'm
There's
talking
people
about.
who get real drunk, though. There's people who really get real drunk.
So it's BYOB. Is there a limit on how much you can be?
Just don't fall off the bus. No,
Okay.
like, you know, you can't be an asshole. You can't
Yeah,
slap
yeah.
nobody. You know, if you're
Yeah,
If
obviously.
you're
Yeah.
aggressive drunk, don't go.
Yeah, right.
yeah. But if you're looking for like, you know what, let's get a ride around the town, see the city, and we could drink some beer and have fun, and have these ugly motherfuckers make us laugh. Man, sign us up, man. It ain't bad, man. Shout out to Bird
I
Bus.
do want to go, but I have to have like the right host.
Well, all the hosts,
I don't think you're
all
gonna
the
go
hosts,
wrong
you
with
know,
everyone there,
you
yeah.
can't go wrong. They have Maddie Malloy, shout out to him. Sam Bentley, Andres Rourke was on there. Brittany Alexis, Matt Light, whoever else I'm, forgetting to mention. Shout out to you guys, but man, the Bird Bus is dope. You know, they really can't go wrong.
Do you get drunk?
So listen, you know what's funny? I
don't want no sober eyes on me. That's a problem.
Listen,
The best is when they don't answer yes or no. It's like, let me explain.
Hold on a second, I'll tell you.
Listen, so what I
Listen to
do
this
is
shit.
I go to Get Go and I bid by like the 20 or 10 pack of the Fireball shots, and I'll buy like 4 or 6 of those, and I'll just throw them at people like, yo,
Yeah.
sip that. If it's somebody's birthday, I'll do a shot with you. Oh, lady, you want to do a shot with me? I really don't want to do it, but cheers. So I don't get ass
Are you
drunk.
persuaded easily?
Very.
Yes. I would be okay with that. I'd be okay with it then.
Cause I'm at first I'm gonna come off as shy, like, man, I don't
wanna.
Like, come on. Like, no, it's out here.
That's me. I'm like, no. I'm not drinking tonight. But did you ask me twice? Because then that's weird if I make you do it the
See,
third
here's
time.
the thing. Sometimes you don't have to ask me twice. My mind is already made in the back. Like, you know what? You might as well go ahead and take that little shot.
See, that's good to know because I don't want, like, host or not, driver included. Don't fucking look at me if you're sober because I'm gonna make a fucking mess of I'm gonna be trash.
I feel like you have to make the first decline. Like, oh, do you want this? Oh, no. Well, wait, we insist. Okay, because that's how it is. Like, I work in a restaurant. I'm a server or whatever. Like, if you say you want some of our extra cake, no, man, I'm good.
No,
you sure? Should. Well, I guess I'll fucking dabble in it. You know, with some of that, you have to make it seem like, oh no, I don't want to have. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll have half your bottle.
Ronnie, have you been on the Bird Bus?
I haven't, no.
Do you have plans to go on?
Oh, yeah, you want to go? Let's do it.
We should do it.
All right, yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, why not?
Let's get fucked up. Absolutely. And that's another thing is I won't go alone.
Nah, but there's people go alone and they have a good ass time. Like, and I'm like, who'd you come with? Should have by myself. Like, well, let's move over. I'm gonna sit next to you. And then, you know, I'm real personable, so I'll just talk to anybody.
See, that's the thing is I am very sociable. I can talk to anybody. I can talk to any. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like girl, guy, it doesn't matter. I can talk to anyone, especially if I'm drunk. You're about to hear everything. What do you want to know?
I don't really be drunk. I just want you to move over and sit down and let's just get to know each other, man. I'm just friendly.
Look at you. Look at you go.
Cheech, on the stuff to in Pittsburgh, scroll down a couple stories. I feel like there's that right there.
Oh, right there.
Oh, we got Halloween, man. Look around, man. We got the owls everywhere, man.
All over the place.
If you guys haven't
Oh, there's a lot of owls over here.
Now,
Oh my god. I feel like we're being trapped right now.
now for anyone watching, which I insist you watch strictly for the owls, our Cheech and my role is if we go out and we see an owl like at a thrift store anywhere.
Yeah.
You can't go out with the intention on buying an owl.
Okay.
If you do, it's void. But if you go out and you just
This
see
is
an
between
owl.
the guys. I
Say
was never
you
a
go.
part of it.
Yeah,
Said
she
fuck
wasn't a
Shay.
part of
She
it.
Yeah, I'm out to go to the store. I'm at
Yeah,
Giant
say-
Eagle and there's
right.
there's
There's
an
a-
owl.
You sure
I gotta
have
buy it,
buy
man.
it.
I'm obligated to buy it.
Yeah.
So that's what we've been doing with this.
Yeah.
But I've seen this with the owl up there.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen an owl skeleton?
No, but tell me right now. I want to see it now.
Yeah.
I immediately want to see it.
I'll bring it up.
Skeletons is my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I work in organ transplant.
So the whole thing with the owl, the owl is
You
super
are
strange. If you
Organ transplant now.
Cheech, can you minimize the screen up there? It's gonna come up in a minute. But anyway, you see an owl. They have like the pointy ears, right? They have like the boxed head.
Yeah.
But if you look at the skeleton of an owl, it's very different. It just looks like a regular bird. And I'm looking at the skeleton of an owl. I don't know why I saw the owl earlier and I saw the skeleton.
Huh.
It's weird, right? You see it. The face of the owl, man, it looks a whole hell of a lot like the plague doctor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds
For sure.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
Have you guys ever
no,
seen it
no.
where like they have the videos of the owl and they lift up their bottom half, and their legs are like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
I've
seen it?
that.
You seen it?
Yeah.
For sure.
They like lift up.
Uh-huh. It's
their
like embarrassing, kind of.
Yes, I'm like,
Yeah,
put the
chicken
cow.
legs, kinda.
I feel
Fuck yeah.
exposed.
That's like.
yeah,
I
man.
was confused.
Like, look at the
Same thing.
and look at the eyes with the goggles and everything,
Same
man.
thing.
I feel like they're. I mean, it's close at the minimum.
Yeah, no, I
The,
see
the
that for
beak
sure.
is a little bit longer, I feel like.
Look how long their
But
back
maybe not.
foot is.
Look how ugly a
Like their
dodo.
back toe.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I mean, owl
now
skeletons
it's- Yeah,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
are for sure weird, but like
What's the thing in front of them?
The beak?
No, and there's.
in their stomach, it's like a long sternum or something. I don't know what it
It's like
is.
chainmail or something. It's kind of cool. I'd like to come back as an owl.
Yeah, dude.
When I just like
Owls
looked
are
over,
tight, man.
when I looked over these owls, it actually hurt my neck. And I'm like, if I was an owl, this would never have
Wouldn't
happened.
Yeah, man. You could have turned it the whole way, man. It wouldn't even be an issue.
What is that, a 180?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, what the whole way around? But yeah, I feel like there's something to these owls and their skeleton. I don't.
Cool, yeah.
I got all these pictures and stuff, but I don't even really remember what the point of getting to the owl thing was.
The plague
We got
doctor.
the Halloween.
Honestly, whenever COVID
Oh,
came
yeah.
about, how come we didn't have those? Like, I would have worn that.
Did you see all the COVID shit? I feel like we saw plague shit, like plague doctor shit. Did you not see it?
Yeah,
Maybe it was
people
just in my like related searches.
Did you not see like
It was like
the
plague
people
doctor
who wear,
porn.
like, astronaut hats
Yeah.
and like garbage bags and
Uh-huh.
Ziploc bags and
Yeah,
grocery bags and like the furry heads and stuff like that. People went weird for COVID.
I feel like if you ever like just take people out of society for like an extended amount of time, they're just gonna find something to like pick away at. Like
Oh, yeah.
this is insane. This is my whole new conspiracy theory kind of thing. Like, okay, I've been away from this long, so I have
Speaking
to.
of, have you guys heard the conspiracy theory where like the stars are just like holes poked in our like little globes so we can breathe?
No, but I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that?
No, but I have a friend who, what is it called, like a fern or something like that?
Yeah.
Like how the Simpsons movie.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What, like inside of a globe,
It's
like
So
Truman
basically
Show?
like a big ass dome.
Like it's like you're like in a little like a bubble, like a snow globe.
I was thinking of that when I was driving. I was
and
like,
they poke holes in it. And that's what the stars
but
are.
just
They're
in
actually
general,
holes.
man. Like, how do you know? Like, okay, this is gonna get fucking stupid.
I think that even if you're not like a conspiracy theorist, like hearing them, you're like, fuck, you can make that make sense.
I
Like
feel
maybe not the hole poking thing, but like there's so many conspiracy theories out there that you could make at least one of them make sense to your daily life.
I feel like nothing makes sense, and every time I think something makes sense, nothing makes sense. So, like, I don't even try to.
What were you gonna say? What's yours?
Earlier, I was thinking, like, what if, like, there's, like, a contact in my eye that just makes me think things, but what if, like, it's not even real? Like, all you know when you exist is, like, it's like the, what the fuck? The French dude, Descartes. You think, therefore, like, I think, therefore, or what?
I think therefore I am.
Yeah, right, whatever. So, like, all you really know is that you exist.
Right.
So it's just like, what if all of this different things, and then I feel like my bipolar meds fuck with it, but like, and the ADD and then the alcohol, like, it all goes together, man.
Yeah.
But like, it makes me think, like, I mean, like, nothing makes sense, and then if you think, like, what is the beginning of everything? But what was before that?
Exactly.
And then what was before that? Like, whatever you think, if you think what is before that, like, it goes forever, man.
Exactly.
I remember-
It's infinite.
I remember when I was like a kid, I was like spending the night at my cousin's house, and I had this theory that everyone was a robot but me. And I was telling him about this, and he's like, "But I'm not a robot." I'm like, "Yeah, but
That's
That's
what
what a robot
would
would
say.
say. I've had that exact same thought, and I was like, I bet my mom's a robot, but she would never say it. And like, even if she was, she would say everything to make me think she wasn't a
Of course.
robot.
It's all just.
You-
I gotta cut her, man.
Yeah.
You watch TikToks. But like, do you watch TikTok? Like, I watch TikTok.
I'm shown a lot of TikToks from women. I think.
Okay, so you don't technically watch it. What's it?
I'm so glad you said that. I have to ask a question.
I hate him. What's so like the characters in like GTA?
Yeah.
Like they're called. It starts with a C. Like it's like
Non-player characters.
It's like what? Yes. Yeah, I think
Playable
it's
and non-playable.
NPCs, yeah.
Yeah, so like the whole thing that's going on with TikTok right now is that like that's what we are. Like that's just who we are. Like we're just pretty much robots, but not necessarily. Like we're built to be humans and act human and be human and like think human and so on and so forth. But like that's why things like meditation and like witchcraft like work. Like you know how like people say it all the time. I was thinking something and it showed up on my phone.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking something and I dreamt about it. I was thinking something and then like I seen it, like and it happened, and like that person showed up in my life. Because you don't have to say things out loud to make them real. Like if you are computerized, if we as a human race are computerized, then there's cheat codes. And that's a real thing.
Are you going with the simulation then?
Pretty
What is
much, like there's like they say it stemmed from like the military, right? Because obviously that's part of the government. They kind of know more of what's going on, right? So there's like cheat codes. So you can say 55555. That's a cheat code for like headaches. Like if you speak it, headache's gone. Because we are a simulation. We're not real.
Have you tried that and
There's
has it
cheat
worked?
codes. I actually did try it.
Dude, I say once now for hiccups, and I don't have hiccups, man. But that's because of my high school planner.
But that could be the cheat
No
code.
joke, like I in my high school planner, I can't remember if it was once or now.
Isn't it like
but like the way you say it and like the what somebody just died upstairs.
The government actually is
Yeah. Shit, Shay, they heard you, man. We're in a simulation. It's all
If anyone
fake,
here
man.
dies, I'm very sorry.
But anyway, like the way you say like once or now, the way it stretches your like vocal cords and diaphragm, it does something to like eliminate hiccups. And since I've been doing that, it's worked.
What's funny is I just saw a video on TikTok of this guy who was like, he believed that we straight come from like the water, so like that's where we come from. So he's like, you have to remind yourself that you're no longer a fish. Like you don't have gills, and that's why you get hiccups because your gills are trying to find like oxygen and water and stuff.
Yeah.
He goes, I tell myself every time I get hiccups, I'm no longer a fish. I'm not a fish.
Yeah, that makes a
And
lot
his
of
hiccups
sense.
went away. Why does Chris's make sense? Because being a fish is funny, so it doesn't make sense?
One like if you have hiccups and it's
his
like
makes
a
sense.
if it's like a constriction of your diaphragm or whatever, and then you do something like I get the air coming out and like doing something where you just pretend you're not like a guppy anymore, like that seems strange.
I don't think it's that you pretend that you're not. I think it's the fact that you tell your mind
just
and your
not-
body that you no longer are.
Yeah.
I think that they're both one and the same, but I think that one is funnier because we're saying, oh, you don't have gills anymore, which makes
Chris
it
sounds
funny.
like there's
This is
like
gone.
a little bit of medical like evidence to that one.
Medical
I mean,
medical evidence.
The way that a body works, yeah.
Shay,
You're
before
like,
this gets
Medical.
you're not just like, I'm not a fish anymore.
Shay,
And then your hiccups
before this
go
gets
away.
too
It's
far
weird.
off the
I'm
rails,
out, dude. I'm out on
we
that.
can all agree we're not fish at the moment, man.
I
Just
think-
at least
I would tell you
currently.
right now, next time I get hiccups, I would try the fish one before I tried yours.
Okay, that's because you're just spiteful. Either way, is there more let me ask Aarik and Ronnie this, because I'm interested to hear what they say. When you have a friend or something, like Shay was saying with a TikTok or something, is there ever more pressure on you when somebody says, watch this funny video?
Oh my God.
Then you have to laugh. Or you're kind of a dick, or it's like, oh, you don't understand it. Like, if your friend's like, watch this funny video, I hate it. Is there anything worse than that, man?
Shit, I just pretend like, oh, damn, yeah, that's crazy, bro. Look at that.
That's crazy means I hated it.
Nah, it just
If
means
somebody
that-
says that's crazy, it's the biggest cop out.
So-
And I'm not insulting you. If I say it, then it's insulting too.
So, like, that's just as bad as someone just talking and you're not listening.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, damn, bro, that
You're
shit
like, that's
crazy.
crazy.
Ooh, look at this video.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, but I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
unless it catches my interest, like, oh yeah, damn, that shit
Yeah.
was crazy. That dude get hit by a fucking truck. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you ever catch yourself, like, when you are interested, you over-explain that? You're like, oh, damn, actually, I really did like that.
And you know what? I hate when I do that because I be more excited to show someone than how they like. So I've been on both ends.
Sure,
I've
yeah.
been the one like, oh, look at this shit. And they just sit there. I was like, oh, you fucking dick. Like,
Yeah.
I showed you because I thought you were finding it amusing. I'm sitting there laughing my pants off, man. You don't like it, all right.
But I feel like every time you show somebody like your video, like, okay, I worked on this, I edited it, it's funny. Let me show you, and then they kind of like are watching it, and then they look at something else. Like,
Oh my
you're
God.
missing it, man.
I
That's
feel-
where
I
it
feel like
hits.
I have to say
Hey,
that. Like,
hey,
look.
look
Look.
Yeah.
at the phone. Wherever they look, the
That's
phone's
so
just gonna go with them. Big tree.
Ronnie
Watch.
and Aarik, I want to get both of yours. I'll ask Ronnie first. What's your experience with TikTok, and how is it with like stand up versus just like that instant gratification?
You mean like getting like likes and stuff, or like?
I mean, like, okay, so if you're doing stand up, there's usually like a build up. You say things. There's callbacks. There's different
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
There's context.
Yeah.
With TikToks, with Reels, with whatever, it's make me laugh in 10 seconds or 3 seconds or whatever. What's your experience with that? Or like, do you like whatever or do you not? Because there's different people who like it. There's people who don't.
I kind of like it just as like an exercise. So you're just kind of like, you have your full set or whatever, and you're like, I'm gonna cut this down and see, like put the things on, and it's just like a different thing. It's just like you're just kind of. It's not stand up anymore. It's just sort of like you're documenting this one particular moment for like an internet audience, and I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of fun. It's like This is just like a different skill set. So I enjoy it for the most part. I mean, it's just really fucking time consuming.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Do you get good feedback from it?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you
Yeah.
post on TikTok?
I do. I post on mostly Instagram Reels and stuff, but I do post on TikTok, and I'm doing pretty average on TikTok.
That's good though.
It's okay, you know, but
Doing average on TikTok is huge.
I mean, maybe my average might be a little bit less than you,
Alright.
but Instagram's doing okay. It's like some videos are just like, wow, I posted this like a month ago, and it's like I'm still getting likes.
I feel like Instagram Reels are TikTok for adults.
That's what
Yeah,
Chief
interesting.
said.
Is that what he
literally
said?
looked at me and he went, no, I watch my TikToks on Instagram like a fucking idiot. Oh, I watch TikToks for 15 hours straight.
Nothing against TikTok, but I feel like it's like super instant. Or like Instagram, I feel like you have 4 seconds instead of TikTok where you have
Sure,
2
yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
TikTok's way better.
I'm not
guys
saying
are
it's
watching-
more or
You
less.
guys
I'm
are
just
watching
saying.
fucking Instagram TikToks 4 months after I've already said it's done now. It doesn't matter anymore. What you find funny, I found funny 6 months ago. It's late. That's why it's for adults.
Older than you.
Because you guys are fucking old school.
Maybe, okay. Adults are older then, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm 31, still stuck in 23.
Never mind. You know what? Let's talk to Ronnie and Aarik for a minute because we talked about all the normal stuff. Aarik, do you have any shows coming up or?
I do. Damn.
So talk a little bit about
Put me on the
that.
spot, no, I'm saying, like, my
Oh
mind-
yeah, no.
my mind
Let's
is-
talk about that.
Talk, I'm gonna
post
pull up my
TikToks?
calendar.
Well, so
Be
I'm
prepared.
banned
I
on
asked him if he
TikTok.
posted.
You're banned.
What?
I'm banned on TikTok.
What'd
What'd you say about the
do?
Chinese?
Why are you
That's
banned
my
on TikTok?
dude.
So
There we go.
So when I first got on TikTok, I had dropped like 3 videos. They went crazy. I had like 10,000 on one, 15,000 on the other, like 12,000 on the third one. And then me and my friend, we made a video of us cooking crack and smoking it
What?
on TikTok, and they didn't like it. So basically, I had
Why did they not like it?
Did you caption it smoking crack?
Nah, so you know that song "Don't Rush"? Do.
Oh, that's my shit.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
sorry. Yes.
So what we did was I had like an ounce of Coke, and then I pretended to drop it in a pot of water and then cook it, right? And then I turned it hard. And
That's
then
the
I
best
had
way
a
to do
scale.
it.
I had a scale, and then I weighed it up, and then it weighed up to be correct.
That is
And
my fucking
and then I had this pipe. And
Made
I-
out of a
and I
light
lit-
bulb,
and I
and
lit-
yeah.
and I lit incense so it could have the smoke,
That's amazing.
as if like I was really smoking a crack pipe, right?
What was your fucking caption?
Bro,
Did you
that
write
shit-
it?
Nah, so the caption
goes.
was "Don't rush." And
Okay.
Don't rush.
Alright,
it,
so that's
you
good.
know. So
Wait, were you guys talking about what you were doing at the same time?
we literally. I'll
So
show.
there was
I'll,
no words?
I'll show you the video. No. It's just us.
Damn, then they actually
So-
watched your video.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. So it started out like I said, like the camera is an ounce of Coke, and I'm pulling it back, and you see me with an ounce of Coke, and in the background there's a pot full of water and
it
a
was
Pyrex.
flour though, right?
Is it an ounce of
So
Coke?
anyway, so then I dropped.
That was
it in
an
the
ounce of
pot.
Coke. They would be gone before the video, and they'd be doing other shit. This camera's a cop.
No, that's why TikTok bans you. So then,
But the crazy is, I had it up for like it went crazy. It really had like 5,000 views in like
Yeah.
10 minutes, right? It went crazy.
Yeah.
And then I go back on there and it was like, oh, the video, we took the sound away. And I'm like, that's weird. I refreshed it again. Oh, we took the video down. Matter of fact, we banned your account. And then I tried to go log, like I couldn't like nothing.
Yeah.
So then I refreshed it. I know what I did was I exit the screen and then I try to go back on there. And they're like, oh, this account is permanently locked. Blah, blah, blah,
shit.
blah. They
oh,
sent me like
permanently.
permanently locked. So I was like, well,
I feel
TikTok.
so bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't, cause shit, they didn't like me
I
smoking
hate when people get
crack.
their accounts
Basically,
banned.
like free base.
I hate when people cook crack on and then get
People
banned,
get their
man.
accounts banned over some dumb shit.
Yeah,
though.
man. nothing
But see,
wrong
I
with
was
that
mad because
crack.
there's women
Right,
shaking their
right.
asses on there, and I'm like, hey, what?
Why? They're doing more.
Yeah,
than
at
just
least
shaking
yours is
their ass.
education.
I'm teaching
Exactly.
how to pull way up. and-
There's more crack in the ass video.
Honestly, all you were doing was banning. You can't ban it.
Man,
I mean,
they-
come on.
No one
they-
cares,
they
man.
didn't appreciate it. I'm sure they appreciate that. They didn't appreciate it.
You should just start a new account and do the same fucking thing.
Swear I should.
Not
I was
Aarik
like, you know
Nesby.
what, fuck it. And just like she said, like, man, that fuck, that's for kids anyway. Punk ass TikTok.
Oh my god.
Aarik,
Oh,
you're not even
my
banned yet
God.
on Reels yet,
Oh,
man.
my God.
Hit it now.
No. I fuck with Instagram. Shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Shout out to Instagram. I just don't. You know, TikTok just don't fuck with me. So I started
Instagram
out-
loves crack.
I started out on Instagram actually, like in high school. I was doing like Vines and stuff. Then when Vine became real big,
Dude, I
then
love
Yeah.
mine.
I went from Vine to Instagram. And you know, all my friends are like, oh, you know, we like when you record shit in class. You know, I was doing class clown shit. And then when I graduated, probably like a year after I graduated, I started doing stand up.
Yeah.
And then I was like, damn, I'd rather, you know, it, like you said, it's time consuming trying to get an audience, you know, online. And I was doing all right, but then I made a video. I got my Instagram deleted it, right, in like 2017. because I don't want to get too deep to the video, but I made a joke about, I'm gonna just say it. So
Hell yeah.
it's a different type of level of gays that you fight, right? So it's a boss, like you fight level 1 gay, level 2 gay, and then the level 3 gay is this big dyke, right? It's this big dyke shorty with a strap. And I made that into a video. Instagram didn't like it neither. So then I was
in 2017?
They were jealous, I think.
2017, swear. So then
I appreciate
probably
Instagram.
like 2-3 months later, I ended up making another Instagram account, and I was like, well, I ain't gonna fuck with the videos. Let me see what this stand up talking about. So I was just writing away, and I was like,
Is the video still out there?
Nah, hell no.
You don't have the video?
No, well, it's on like my phone from like
Bring it
fucking
back.
7 years ago.
I want to see it bad.
Okay, I'll find it.
No, I need to see it.
It might be in my old emails because I used to email myself a lot of my
I
stuff
do that all the time.
before transferring phones. I
Yes.
just send everything over.
I still do it to this day. Like if I'm going shopping, I'm straight texting myself a whole list.
You're funny as shit.
Like that's how. No notes, no nothing.
You have
I'm
to do the
getting
reminder,
double
man. The
text.
reminder in your phone's huge.
Don't.
Take
I'm getting
advantage of the
double text
reminder.
and
No,
like-
take advantage of the reminder, man. The phone, the text to yourself only works one time. And then if you read it, then it's done, man.
What about
But
notes?
it's
You don't
nothing.
really notes that? Why you?
I
Yeah,
don't
man.
do notes or
You gotta use your
nothing.
data to do that. You know.
No, I just text myself and then I get like I'd send the text and then I get a text. You know, it
You get the
comes right back.
dopamine from it.
No,
But I'm like shit. My phone ain't dry.
No, I vibe with that, honestly, because I'll text myself the night before I go grocery shopping, but I will never open the text.
That's fair.
Exactly.
So I
'cause
still
it
got
ain't.
the little one.
That
on
makes
message.
sense if you kind of do that.
Yeah.
But like I
I'll wake
said,
up in the
you
morning.
have one shot at that, and then it's gone. Then the notification's
Well,
gone.
no,
But
no,
you
but
still
I
know
text
you
it right
text
before I
yourself.
go to bed, and I only get one other text message in the morning. I know who it's from. So if it says 2, I know
one
that
of them.
I texted myself. I know for a fact that I texted myself, and then I look.
But that's what I'm
like,
saying.
oh,
Once you get to the store
that's
and you
my
read it,
grocery list.
I
And it
also
is
send
what it is.
myself pictures and videos like of things that like is like in my camera roll like way like far up. I'm like
Fan-
I'll just send it to myself so I have it right now.
Ronnie,
Guys don't do that.
you just recorded. Sorry, Shay. Let's get back to this. Ronnie, you just recorded what? You said 53 minutes and
Yeah,
51
a
or
little
whatever.
stand-up special in Queens, in Astoria, Queens, New York.
So how does that go from like you doing mics to you doing like whatever material you have to you being comfortable with it to you doing whatever to get to that point? Like what's the procedure?
So I've been doing like the road for like a few years now. So it started out with I started out in New York. So I'm from New York. I moved here in January, but one of my buddies, he was like headlining on the road and he needed someone who had a car, and I had a car, so I used to feature on the road. So in New York, it was like you get 8, 10, 15-minute sets if you're lucky, but on the road, you're doing like 30-minute sets, right?
Yeah.
And so I was doing that until eventually I got like pretty proficient at doing like 30-minute sets, and then eventually it was like, you want to co-headline these shows? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I started co-headlining, and then it was like, sometimes I would just headline and I would do like an hour, right? So it just sort of like became a thing that I could kind of like build up the stamina at least to do it, right? And then, anyway, so I've been doing that for a little bit now, and my buddy, he has a podcast. He lives out in LA, and he was doing a live podcast recording at QED Astoria, which is like a little comedy club out there. And he asked, he's like, hey man, I'm coming out. I got a bunch of cameras. Like, why don't we record a special? I'm like, okay, sure. So we set up the date. And then I'm like, all right, here we go. So it was kind of like a little bit of like, I have like an act that I do on the road. It's a lot of crowd work and stuff, but it became a thing of like, okay, now once the date is set, I really need to just be like, I'm not going to be doing like crowd work and stuff at a taping. So it became a thing where I really needed to like lock in. And you guys know the comic like Maria Bamford?
Yeah.
So what she does...
She does a bunch of stuff with like Patton Oswalt and Brian Posehn.
She also did a special with just recording in front of her parents, which is fucking crazy. But also what she does is to get ready for headlining sets, she'll sit down with a fan and have coffee with them and just do a one-on-one thing. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna steal her idea, right? So I went on Craigslist and I'm like, hey, I will buy you lunch if you listen to an hour of my set. So I did that 3 times. I bought a fucking stranger. And I just sat across from them and I'm like, okay, here's your meal. And now I'm going to record this and I'm going to talk to you for an hour straight. We're the weirdest date of all time. And I did that 3 times, and it was super helpful.
Where'd you take him to lunch?
One was a coffee place in Pittsburgh, and then another was like 2 other places in Brooklyn.
Girl or guy?
I was just about to ask. Girl,
2 girls and 1 guy.
Okay.
That's crazy that people even like. Me
Responded
personally,
to
I'm
that.
gonna think like this guy's trying to set me up. I'm not falling for the bullshit. Like
For sure.
Especially with the dollar shit
that's
out now,
so
man.
dope, though. I like that.
That's cool.
So and they were real receptive.
They were very receptive, yeah. I mean, it was a lot of like, sometimes it's almost like too intimate, where it's like, it's just like a lot of like avoiding eye contact. It's a lot of me to also vetting emails. So a lot of people on Craigslist would just be like, male or female, and that's all they would say to me. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat with you, it's just too like aggressive. So I felt like a woman. I'm like, okay, a lot of these guys are real creepy, right? So it was just, but like, it was actually like pretty cool,
Yeah.
It was a lot of like younger people, people I guess are just like in college or whatever. They were just like,
They
free
just
meal.
needed a couple.
Hey, they was hungry. They said,
Exactly.
man, listen, if you gonna feed me,
that's
I'll do
struggling.
whatever you want, man.
Yes, but it was
That's dope.
Almost sad.
what's that?
It's almost sad.
It's almost sad, but I was
pros and cons.
Everybody
Fuck it, pros and
benefits
cons.
from it,
Yeah.
and that's good.
Yeah.
They got a free meal and he got help with his taste. Fuck it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what? You say it's sad, but I think that's cool.
I said
I
it's
feel-
almost sad.
Almost sad, yeah.
Almost.
It's bordering sad.
I said when everybody wins, so that makes it.
You know what? I agree with you now. Okay,
Yeah,
I
everybody
apologize.
wins, so it's good. It's good.
Now,
It's
did
good.
the
I agree, it's
people
almost
ask
sad,
you afterwards?
but it's
Like,
cool.
they're like, hey man, I know you just bought me lunch and shit, and I listened to your but you got a couple of hours I can hold.
They didn't do that. I mean, there were some people who were just like, no meal. You can just give me 20, or just do it on Zoom or whatever. I'm like,
Ah man, fuck that, because on Zoom it ain't as real. I need to see your
Yeah.
reaction.
exactly.
Because on Zoom you can put me on mute and you can roll up weed and turn the camera
Yeah.
off, but the baby done shit. I gotta pick the baby shit up. Man, anything can happen.
There's some people were just like, look, I'll bring a bunch of friends and you can buy everybody lunch. I'm like, this is
See,
really
yeah.
he was trying to bring the homeless home. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Almost home. for
Homeless
sure.
home.
But it was super helpful. Like it really just kind of having that, just running it so many times, helped out a ton.
But like, how do you know if like the person you're asking is like even competent enough to know if what you're saying is relevant? Like, what if it's just like, okay, I just want to be here and then I'm going to check out?
I'm very interested.
I think that's the risk. I think that's like the
Like, because it could be like, okay, I just want to go out, and then like, like maybe they don't say anything, maybe they do, but like, how do you vet that? Like, you said you did it 3 times, but like,
I mean, I feel like you can kind of tell. Like I've done
Based on
online
the
dating
responses.
stuff to be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I can kind of tell this person like has a brain in their head. a little bit.
okay, yeah.
But also just like, I don't know, it's tough. It would be like super awkward or uncomfortable for them just to lie for like
Yeah.
45 to 50 minutes.
For some waffles.
Did you get what you wanted from like after the experiences? Like,
Absolutely.
did you?
For sure. I mean, it was like
So it was very beneficial for you. As well.
absolutely for sure.
Good.
I mean, there is an awkward thing because I do a character in my act. So like, there's a point where I'm just myself, and then I come back with sunglasses. So it's, just, like, it's very weird.
The sunglasses change everything.
It's just like a little.
Yeah, they do.
You get it, dude. I was like this guy. So it's but
Is that when the shirt's open? Because you sent me.
Yeah, so that's my character Chase Freely. He's a 59-year-old Margaritaville comedian, and he does like one-liners and stuff.
I literally love him already.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. But yeah, so that was I did that, and it's like a little awkward. So I like the first time I was like, I'm gonna warn you, this is about to happen. I send it on my Instagram so you can kind of see like I'm not just like a complete insane person.
Yeah.
And you kind of get a sense of like, do you want to hang out with me for this long?
Yeah.
And but like I said, it was super helpful, and it's like I did that, and I was in New York for like a week. I was doing like 10-minute sets, and like little bar shows and stuff, and then Friday night it was like I felt like no one's gonna show up, but we packed it out, and it was like we had 4 cameras, and like it was like really cool,
Yeah.
Like we did the thing like my friends like just leave, like walk out, they're gonna introduce you, and like just do the thing like I'm gonna follow you, like kind of like that scene from The Wrestler, where they're like from behind, and then as I walk on stage, I'm like, okay, this is gonna feel legit, So shout out to my friends that helped me out. It's like it was really neat.
I feel like that's kind of the newer thing. Like, you see the things that look really cool, but
Yeah.
like it's like when you get older, or like if you have friends that know shit, like you can recreate that pretty, not easily, but like if you have people who are competent, like you can. Like with iPhones now, like
For sure, yeah.
you can put out the same special that was out like 2015 at least,
Yeah.
just with your phone, and like you keep doing that, like it's crazy. Like the phones we're doing now, not that it's like spectacular, but like
this is nice.
it's pretty like, I mean, it's decent based on what it is.
Right. Do you think it was easier to choose people randomly to do that than it is to choose people that you know?
I mean, I did it with one friend. So one friend I did the Zoom. So like, and I just kind of did my act in front of him. But would it be, I don't think it would be more difficult or not more difficult. Maybe like with like comics, but no, I think it was kind of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, at least you get like a legitimate response when you're doing
Yeah, for sure.
and stuff. Rather than somebody you know that's like might try to like
that was
fake
just
it.
going to say, I like that. Like,
Yeah.
It was really
It was
terrible.
trash.
Right. I was thinking the same thing. Like,
Right. Or like try to critic too much or
A
something.
stranger, what did that one? Like,
They
I
don't
don't
give a fuck.
know you, but shit, you knew what you was quite entertaining.
Yeah, like you just
I like
paid for my lunch. I don't need shit else.
Yeah, exactly. If I feel like if somebody asked me out and was gonna buy my lunch, like I'd be obligated to say like good things almost.
Oh, I feel like you bought me lunch. You already did. Like I ate. I don't.
No, obviously it worked. Like I like that. I like breaking from the norm. Like let's do this. Like I think that's cool. Like okay, just because like this person does it or whatever.
Right.
Work with that. Get like different people's perspective because they don't owe you anything. It's not like they know you. So it is cool to get that perspective. And I think like just breaking that,
Where'd you get the idea from?
Well, like I said, Marie Bamford did it. She kind of does that with her actual fans. I don't really have like much of a fan base, so we're just kind of like we're just randos.
You're just like fucking Emerson. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's cool.
But that's
But
like I was
you
telling
build
you.
a fan though. Shit, motherfuckers be like, hey man, shit, I like
Right.
that shit, man. Where is shit? I'm gonna go get that Friday, man. Where you say use that, man?
Right.
I really enjoyed the
Exactly.
tilapia, so this guy might be pretty good.
Yeah.
Eric, let me ask you, because I asked Ronnie before the show, and I'm interested to hear what you have to say too. How do you know, like, when you go out for a mic, if it's like, say you say something that you think is pretty good and doesn't necessarily hit, how do you know that, like, the joke is good or not good versus if people are paying attention or if it's just, like, maybe they don't get it?
Wait, what are you asking again?
So say you do a joke and say it doesn't necessarily hit, but you think it's good.
Yeah.
And so is it like, do you do it again based on the audience, based on the venue, based on whatever?
Try it more than one time.
Hell yeah. It depends, especially like when I'm writing new shit. I always try to go into my, say something. If I really, really have high hopes in this joke and they don't laugh, will my spirits be crushed? A little bit.
Yeah.
But it's just motivation for me. I'll, record it and whatever they fucked with, I'll change it all up.
Yeah.
Especially if I try to say a joke 3 times and if they're not fucking with it by the second time, okay, the third time, I'm going to throw this away and I'll work on it later.
In the same crowd?
No.
Okay, so you tried 3 different times.
Yeah.
3 different crowds.
Yeah.
Okay. So by the third time, third different crowd.
Because the first crowd, they liked it. This is what they liked. I'll keep. This is what they didn't like. So then on the second one, I'll build off of that. And then, okay, they liked it this and they liked it that. Maybe what if I add this? And then for the third time, and then boom, So I always try to keep adding on.
A little bit by a little bit.
Yeah. Piece by piece.
Yeah.
It's great. I changed a lot of jokes. Even when I was writing at like 18, I'm like 25 now. And I was like, man, shit, this shit was alright if I'd have said this and I switch it up.
That's what I was gonna say. Have you ever had a joke that you thought was funny as shit? You're like, this shit's good. Then you went and they were like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah? How you feel?
It hurts my heart, but goddamn, like, but on stage, I crowd inside. I start like, comics say hating shit like they be like, y'all ain't like that, or they go, okay, well, we'll say.
I was gonna say, how do you recover? Like, what do you do?
Next joke. Like, okay, next joke. And then I'll just fire away. And then if they don't like it, well, this is one of those nights. That's kind of common.
I get mad.
I try not to think about it a lot because I've seen a lot of comics go, and it's just based off. I didn't think that my material was that good, but it's like you got to just keep going. You got to just push forward. So I try not to think about the joke in itself as mentally a lot. But if people don't like it, I'll just throw it away and just figure something else out.
Yeah.
Ronnie, what do you do?
If a joke doesn't work?
Yeah.
It's never happened to me, so I don't
know.
They all count.
Talk your shit.
I don't even understand the perspective.
I'm actually trying to work on that. I did this show in Brooklyn. A buddy of mine came out. It was actually before the taping, and they're just kind of like super tight. The host didn't really do like host anything. They just kind of talked about their day, and then I was like the first person who's actually doing jokes or whatever. And so like my stuff wasn't really like hitting, and so I acknowledged it, and it kind of became this thing of like I listened to myself like acknowledge jokes not working, and audiences are like, no, we didn't know it wasn't working. Like, you know, we didn't like have to give you a great reaction, but now you said that, it's like, oh shit, now we see you as defensive. So I'm like, I'm actually trying to like work on that now. Of like, if something's not totally like hitting, of not really super acknowledging it. Dusty Slade does this thing where he's like, we're having a good time here, right?
Yeah.
And it's this thing of like, I'm trying to like kind of create something like that. So I a little bit that I'm working with a friend of mine, and I've just been saying cowabunga.
Yeah.
If something's like, I didn't get the reaction that I wanted, I'm like, cowabunga. And it's like, and it's kind of like a goofy thing, and it might even get a laugh, and then I'm just doing something else. But I don't want to be like, oh, you guys didn't like that. It's just like,
Right, because then it just seems like the crowd will feel like, oh man, this guy hate, you know, he's talking
low
about
self-esteem
himself.
guy.
Low self-esteem. Okay, he's not.
If
Confident.
if he's not confident about himself, why the fuck should I care?
Yeah, why the fuck, you know, what next guy?
Yeah.
you'll get a laugh the first time you do it, but the second time or the third time, it's
Right.
just like, fuck this guy. Like,
Diminishing returns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
after that point. Yeah.
How'd you feel the very first time you ever went on stage?
I was like, I'm great. I was like,
Oh.
I had a great set the first time, and then it was bad.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
But
yeah.
you went on thinking, like, you were like, I'm great, I got this.
No. I mean, I was very nervous.
Okay.
So like, I rehearsed like crazy for like the first time, and then I'm just like, and then after that, I didn't rehearse nearly as much.
Because you were
Yeah.
good the first time?
Yeah, so I was like, okay, after this, and then it was just like bombing, nobody gives a shit.
Did you know you were funny?
I think I was, yeah.
Wow. You don't catch me on stage. I'm funny as fuck all the time in my mind. I'm not. But, like, I would never get on
She's not
stage.
at all.
See what I mean? I'm not, actually. To me, I'm hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, walking on
I feel like
stage.
when you feel like you're funny versus when you're on stage, saying things in front of 4 people who are kind of listening. Like, I feel like it's very real. Like unless you're very, very, very funny, like
There
sometimes
has
it
to
doesn't
be
even
people
matter.
I know. Like, I'll say anything in front of these two that I think is hilarious,
Yeah.
and I know it's not. And they tell me, they're straight up like, you're fucking dumb, that's not. And I'm like, but like, I'll laugh about it later.
She just
for
laughs
sure.
really loudly.
I do.
Yeah.
That makes it funnier when you laugh loud.
Yeah.
It's like other people are joining you. But I would never go on stage. That's
Shay, I think you're
crazy.
great.
I
You're
know.
wonderful.
So
We're
Ronnie,
on stage right now.
And see how funny
let's
I
go,
am?
Shay. Open mic right now. Open it up.
I've been open mic this whole time. I'm funny as shit.
I know, Shay. We're gonna wrap it up because you're so great.
Yeah.
Ronnie, you were just talking about the 51 minutes you recorded. Where can people find that if they want to watch it?
Well, we still have to edit it, so
It has some time.
But if you want to follow me on Instagram
Yeah.
or Twitter at Ron_Flem, I will definitely be posting about it when it comes out for sure.
And I found out it's Fleming with 1 M, right?
Yeah. Several comedy posters have put it as 2 M's, but you know, I never really.
I always put it as 2 M's, and I was like, let's do my
I
due
was gonna
diligence.
ask, is it Fleming with a PH? And I, like, that's why I think I'm funny.
I get it. No. yeah.
You're silly.
Like,
Like Fleming.
I get it.
PHL.
you don't know anybody who spells it like
There's a
that.
G in that.
Huh? What'd you say?
Do you know anyone who spells their name PH?
No, but that's how you spell phlegm.
But not the
But
name.
not Flem.
Not-
Obviously not the fucking
Not
name.
if you're a respectable human being, Shay. Why did you even bring it up?
Say to me? So I never go on stage. Then I take it to heart. Now I'm sad.
You should be, because you insulted our guest. Anyway, Ronnie, thank you so much. Eric, what do you have coming up? You said the barbecue? Or you said something about the barbecue.
Well, I had that show in September. That's my
Okay, yeah. I saw that.
Arcade. I have coming up. So I'm doing some fundraiser for the local elementary school around my way. Shout out to Park Elementary.
Okay,
Candy for
cool.
Cash, a little Halloween thing for the kids.
Fuck yeah.
What else I got going on?
How
For
do
the
you,
kids.
do you have to
Fuck
go
yeah.
to, like, participate?
I'm serious. I think that's cool as fuck. Like, anytime you do that, give back. Fuck yeah.
It was
So
fuck
listen,
yeah.
I just know that I'm going dressed up.
What are you doing?
I'm an MC.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be yelling at people, making jokes, raffling tickets off. From what I think, the lady hit me up and said, "Hey, I met you a few times. Hey, do you wanna be an MC at the Cash for Bash Foundation, whatever for Park Elementary?" And I'm like, "Hell, fucking yeah! I want to do it for kids, man. What?
Oh, yeah.
I went to, just off topic, I was working for Spirit Halloween. I was running a Spirit Halloween a couple years ago. And I went to the Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh and dressed up, like completely dressed up, like like total fairy, like a tutu, glitter, like all kinds of stuff, totally dressed up, and like did like this whole like Halloween like trick or treat night at the hospital for these cancer kids, and it was like the best experience ever. Like I don't really like kids, but I'll do some shit like that. So like.
Round of
I
applause
don't
for
mean
Shay.
that ironically.
Thanks, Chief.
Shay your hair out, man.
I think
Love
that's cool
malicious.
though. I think that's good that you're doing that. That's
I do
that's
too, man.
cool.
Give back. You know what? Before we wrap it up, Ronnie,
Yeah.
you've seen Aarik.
Yeah.
What's the best part of Aarik? And then I'm gonna ask Aarik, what's the best part of Ronnie?
Best part of Aarik?
Yeah.
As a comedian?
Yeah.
Very personable. Got a great smile. People love him. Bring him in. He's like a super charismatic, super funny guy.
God damn, bro, I was gonna say the same thing. So now I gotta think some other shit.
Yeah. Oh no, you're secondary. Now. Yeah. You have all the pressure on you. You have to come up with something original.
I've seen Ronnie. We did a few shows together, and I've seen him a lot at mics. I just like, just not. I'm not gonna say careless, but you say what you say, and if not, roll on to the next one. I stage presence is real dope. As a guy, you're real personable. Like I feel like real friendly. You talk to the crowd. Shit, he's a handsome guy, man. Come on, man.
Wow, Aarik said you're a handsome guy.
Ladies, get out of him.
Ladies, get out of him.
Okay.
Look at him,
Ladies,
man.
Get out of him. He's single.
He spells it with one M and an F, man.
1M.
1M and a half. I hate him.
Also, Don't Tell Comedy. I've got a show this Friday if you guys are free. Check it out. And then I'll be at Carnegie Stage this Saturday, too. So
Wait, what's happening Friday?
Friday's Don't Tell Comedy. Can't tell you where exactly that is, but that is going to be at a secret location in Swissvale, I believe.
No shit. That's where I grew up, man. I went to Word of God. Shout out St. Anselm's in Swissvale, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. On Church
When
Street,
I was
man.
on the Don't Tell show, I didn't know where the show was until like an hour before. I hit him up like, hey, where's that show at, by the way?
I was gonna ask because
How do you find out?
Ronnie,
What
yeah.
do you do?
How do you find
Or
out
you
about
get
the
to know
Don't Tell
somebody
shows?
who-
Well, shit. How I just hit him up. Like, I was like, hey man, where's that show
How do
at?
normal
again?
people do it? Aarik has the luxury of knowing.
Because it's a Don't Tell show, but you want an audience.
Yeah,
So how do you figure that out?
Okay, I lied. It's actually in Shadyside. But
Okay, that's different. Very different.
we did
Swissvale and Shadyside.
Very sorry.
Still shout out to Swissvale, man. Golden Flashes at Dixon.
But you find it, so you don't know where it is, so you just kind of buy the ticket online and you know the neighborhood of it, and then day of you find out, like at noon, where the show is going to be. Secret lineups.
Do you know?
So, yeah, I mean, I find the venues. So the first show that Aarik was on was on at a dog ice cream store in Lawrenceville.
It was dope. I bought
It
some
was-
shit for my dog.
Hell yeah, man! So so it's all kind of just wacky locations, and it's just like the more like offbeat, the better, you know. And as a guy who's not from Pittsburgh, it's been a kind of cool way for me to kind of like learn about the city.
I never knew that was a real thing. I used to see it on like movies, like the weird shit where they'd be like, oh, I know a guy, don't worry, like I'll figure it out.
Right.
They have no idea where the fuck to go, and then like last second text while they're like right on the street.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's down here.
Yeah.
Like I never knew that was a real thing.
They had a fucking comedy show at a trampoline park. You know how fucking cool
Yeah,
that is? Like,
yeah.
I'm jumping in from the trampoline with my set. I'm like, on socks. I'm fine with that bitch.
You got the grippy socks, man.
Yeah, man.
The
what?
grippy socks.
Those
Not
are
an
fucking
hour.
12
That's
bucks.
from the psych ward.
The grippy socks.
Oh,
Grippy
man.
socks are.
Those are the green ones. At the other
Well,
place, they're pink and
I'm
black,
using them
man.
to jump on the trampoline, so I could boing, get that boing in there.
Theirs don't have the
With
paw
your
prints
grip.
on it, man.
I
You're
got
good.
you with your grip. I got it.
But Ronnie, Aarik, thank you both for coming on tonight, man.
Thank you for having me again, man. It was dope.
Absolutely. We've been looking forward to having you on. I've been looking forward to talking to Ronnie because I've seen him here. A lot of people have really good things to say about both of you. But Ronnie, like, for sure, like, from doing the mic here, I know a lot of people who do it here who look forward to talking to you. Aarik, I've only heard good things about both of you. Seriously, I wouldn't have you back on if I didn't fucking think you guys were both awesome. So thank you both for taking the time to come back on. Check both of them out. Check out Cheech and Shay, man. Shay, I'm excited to have you on, man. Look at you
I'm
guys.
excited to be here. I've had a lot to drink tonight. I'm honestly feeling it every time I smile. My lips get a little bit numb, and I really like it.
Shay, for everyone watching, and if you're not watching, take the time to watch. Just for Shay's teeth, man. Look at those fucking teeth, Shay.
Damn, pearly white.
I hate when he does it to me.
It's
I hate it when he does
the
that.
lipstick. It's just
I also
making
love
pop out,
it.
that's all.
But yeah, you should definitely check it out just for this like beautiful smile I have.
You ever hear that song, My Shiny Teeth?
Yeah.
Shiny teeth,
Yeah,
shiny
that's
teeth,
fucking Fairly Odd Parent.
shiny teeth, that's what
It's
I
fucking Chris Kirkpatrick as
Chip Skylark.
Chip Skylark, man.
Yeah, I don't know how
Chip
to pull it.
Skylark.
Chris
Chip!
Kirkpatrick, man.
It's Chip.
You
We should
fucking
play that.
dingbats.
It
Play
is,
it after.
man.
I want to see how many words I know because he just
It's Chris
challenged me.
Kirkpatrick from fucking NSYNC, man.
You're lying.
No, I'm
His
not.
ass kicked more than those Olympics.
From
Yeah.
NSYNC?
Moby.
Okay, hold on. You guys know like NSYNC had like their album was No Strings Attached,
Yeah.
right? So like I had like every Barbie. Like I'm not a girly girl, but I used to be. I had every Barbie doll ever. I had every
Barbies have no
character-
strings, man. Get with the fucking times.
Anyways, I had every character from No Strings Attached, like from NSYNC. I had all of them on their note. Like it was literally like I was their puppeteer. Like they literally came as Barbie dolls with the strings on their hands and their feet and their head and like a little fucking.
I don't
axe on
understand
top
the no
with
strings
control.
attached with strings, though.
But it was like that. They were like puppets. Like the No Strings
With
Attached.
strings,
You ever
though?
watched their fucking videos. Like what do you mean?
I did see them and all of it, but if
The
there's
fuck
no
you
strings
talking
attached,
to me?
why the marionette?
Sick. I don't know.
You know what? I'm glad in 2022 we can fucking finally breach this topic.
Don't talk shit on NSYNC. They were my favorite.
I'm not, man.
Joey Fatone, we need fucking answers.
There you
NSYNC or
go.
Backstreet Boys. Right now. Don't think about it. Go.
Backstreet
Eric,
Boys.
grow up. Next.
Eric's right. Backstreet
Fuck
Boys,
you
man.
both. I didn't mean that. I meant that.
Because you told me that earlier.
Ronnie, okay. Ronnie is.
You had this conversation already?
I'm an LFO guy. What can I say?
Does anybody know who Craig David is?
No.
So stressed out. What about
Dude,
you?
we talked
NSYNC or
about that with
Backstreet
Marcus
I'm not-
Cox and
I'm not
fucking
a-
Chance,
NSYNC or
man.
Backstreet Boys?
I'm not involving myself in
He's
this
too young.
conversation.
Shay, we're wrapping this up, man.
I'm not that. Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about fucking Monday. Yeah.
Tuesday.
Never know on Wednesday.
Then Thursday and Friday and Saturday.
It's
Chill on Sunday. Nobody-
Anyway, Shay, you're wonderful. Cheech, you're wonderful.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Damn it.
For Cheech, for the wonderful Shayla, baby. We had the wonderful Aarik Nesby Ronnie Fleming. Thank you so much for joining us. Check them out. We're going to post all this shit. I'm Chris Hopper. Thank you so much for listening.
I'm gonna say I'm so happy
Yeah.
that I was allowed to be part of your day.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. We hope you had a good time. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the show to catch the latest episodes and share with your friends. We can't promise not to embarrass you. And if you just can't get enough, follow us on Instagram at Poor Man's Podcast 412, Twitter at Poor Man's Pod 412, and Facebook. This is Pittsburgh's
Thank you,
own
bro.
Poor
I
Man's
appreciate it,
Podcast signing off. See you next week.
I like the setup too. Like,
It's very different from the normal setup down there.
oh yeah, for sure. I just say like as a podcast, it's kind of nice to be like, you know, it's kind of like a.
We usually do it in like two halves. So it's like we have the guests on the second half. So it's like we do the stuff to do in Pittsburgh, the beer stuff.
Yeah.
So we want the first half to kind of sound like a radio morning show, like a traditional one with the sound drops. And the second half to be like the late night show with a guest.
Right. Yeah, no, I like this a lot. It's nice.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope the whole episode was me talking the whole time.
every week I try to do something different and try to learn. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but like I want to talk to people. I want to
Sure.
get better.
Yeah.
And I just want to do something. I don't know. I feel like even if you don't know what you're doing, just do
You're like-
do something,
Yeah.
and like you'll learn something.